Hello, everybody. Retro Guy 25 with another video of Do You Remember This Back in the Day video. Episode 9. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright. The game I'm about to talk about for a little bit will be a video. I mean, a video, wow. Will be a game, another game for the PlayStation 1. Um, that's got a lot of good memories for it. Um, I had it in the past, but then somehow, I don't know, something happened to it and whatnot. But then all of a sudden, I got it back in my position from Oogie Games. There was one in Lockport, New York, but not anymore. The closest one from where I live is in Niagara Falls, New York. Um, it's on Merte Road or something. I think it's Merte Road. I'm not sure which direction. But anyways, it's a road that's in Niagara Falls, New York, here in New York State. Um, and Oogie Games is at least from my direction, would be on the right hand side, and it would say Oogie Games, and then got a couple other places in the little section, but it'd be something for anybody that wants to check out Oogie Games in New York State. It's a retro game store and whatnot, but anyways. I got this game from there, but except in one in Lockport before it shut down. But yeah, so here we go. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. One of the PlayStation exclusive Duke Nukem games for the PlayStation 1. As you can see right there, Oogie Games. With the eyeballs. But yeah, so here's the back, as you can see. So, weapon eat lead. There's some of that. So, yeah. Old website at the time. Duke on middle school or whatever you want to call it. Nukem.com. One or two players. But I think the two players may be versus. There was a soundtrack available and all that. But can't get some of the songs off the disc because I tried it in the PS3. Doesn't work. But the game itself does work. Just the soundtrack is separate if you want just the music. If any of you are into video game music itself, but not really the games, like certain games, like you like the music but not the game itself. You know, everybody's different, I guess. And here's the side. This is what this looks like. I can show you. That was upside down right there. Right there, do not contain to kill. Now, when I first played this game, I was a kid still at the time. It was so many years ago. I was still pretty young, and even though it's immature, I was under 18. But you know, it's like I got a chance to play it. I got permission, of course, and I got into play it for a while, and yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, the sequel to it for the PlayStation 1 is actually a lot better in some cases, I think. But that one's more expensive for some darn reason, I don't know. As you can see, there's damage and whatnot, so I can renew the case. Or I don't have to renew the whole thing, just get a new front for it. But yeah. Now Time to Kill, he travels through different time frames and whatnot. You know, eventually traveling for different times. After the first level, the second level and up, it's like you're traveling for time and you're killing the aliens and stuff like that. Controls are like different than say from, you know, just about any of the other Duke Nukem games. I mean, they're pretty good to get used to after a little bit. I mean, it's a pretty good, decent Duke Nukem game, especially being exclusive on the PlayStation 1. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's got quite a few different enemies, all kinds of different time frame levels and stuff. You know, it's got all kinds of different types of levels and all kinds of stuff. Like, it's got a Western level, as you can see from hinting on it. It's got a Rome level. It's got all kinds of different levels. So, like, it's pretty good. I haven't beaten the game myself, but as much as I played of it and how far I did get in it at one point, I thought it was actually a really good, decent one. Maybe not the best Duke Nukem game, but one of the more decent ones, at least in my opinion. You know what I mean? So, my opinion, you know, it's just, that's what I think, you know. And you get all kinds of the usual guns, you know. And I think some different weapons and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. And the rest of the story, well, pretty much you gotta stop the aliens and kill them all and stuff, and you know, and save humanity from the aliens from ruining different time zones and stuff like that, and you know, like usual, you know, the aliens, you know, trying to take over Earth and stuff, and the Duke, not the Duke, but, you know, Duke Nukem is gonna do what he does to save the day in his own macho, military kind of guy kind of way, you know. So, yeah. I think I got the disc in here. This is what the disc looks like. And whatnot. It's sideways right now, but as you can see, there's the disc. Whatnot. I think that's pretty cool. And then the advertisement for Rogue Trip. Oh. Sorry about that. It's an old case. I should get a replacement case because I probably can. It'd look original just as much as ever. But yeah, there's Rogue Trip, which there's a demo that you can play on. That's what they did back in these days. You know, especially PlayStation 1 games. A few selected titles of PlayStation 1 games, you get a full game plus, in some cases, a demo. You can play automatically, or you have to punch in a cheat code in order to, well, play the demo. You know. So, yeah. But yeah, that's, like, that'd be, like, I was saying, that's the Rome place. However, ancient Rome. That's the present time. Right there. And whatnot. I don't know what that's part of. But, yeah, there's all kinds of different areas. It goes up to 2 players, 1 or 2. Now, it says 28 massive single and 2-player levels. So that's pretty cool. Play Duke in third-person perspective for the first time ever. So yeah, this is the very first time you can play as him in third-person view. In third person. And then I believe after that, it was 0 Hour on the N64. And then it was, I believe, a little bit later, if I'm remembering the correct order, because this is definitely the first one to do that. And then it's 0 Hour, I believe, and then Land of the Babes. Which I got 0 Hour and this one, as you can tell, you know. So yeah. And it's, as you can see, it's licensed by 3D Realms, the developers. Well, licensed by them. But this one's developed by Endspace. So yeah. And published by GT Interactive Software, I believe. Well, it's licensed by 3D Realms, but 3D Realms owns the license, I think, still. I can't remember. But yeah, so yeah, it's really good. Now the levels can be pretty hard and whatnot. I mean, you can tell it might look like a challenge a little bit and whatnot. I mean, like I said, I haven't beat it because it's pretty hard, but I mean, at least for me. But I did made it pretty far, like the 5th or 6th level one time, but that was quite some time ago. But unfortunately, I gotta get back to where I was from where I was in the past, and hopefully beat it, because I kind of want to beat it. If I don't, well, oh well. It's a game. Don't have to beat every single game, you know. But yeah, so but yeah, that's basically it for the story from what I said from beforehand, you know. Play as Duke, you know, and kill the aliens. You travel for time and save the different timelines and stuff like that. And this save history or some stuff like that, whatever. And you just, you know, you just gotta, save history of and mankind and all that, and pretty much just be the hero of the game and whatnot. There's really not too much about it. But anybody that's not familiar with the Duke Nukem series, well, it all started back in 1996 and whatnot. Oh, wait, yeah, 96. And actually before that, back in the early 90s, like 1991, 92. I believe in 91 when it first started. Just got Duke Nukem, and then like a year later or whatever, Duke Nukem 2, and then Duke Nukem 3D in 96, and all the way up until, well, the last game of the series. Well, we don't have to talk about that, but just in case, Duke Nukem Forever was this pretty much, I believe that's the last one, Duke Nukem Forever, and it was poor. It was very poorly done and just not good. And whatnot. I mean, just the re-releases of Duke Nukem 3D, like the anniversaries and stuff like that, or whatever. But this one I love to come back to all the time. I mean, Duke Nukem Time to Kill is a really good PlayStation game that I would come back to all the time. It's kind of pricey now, but Land of the Babes is more pricier than this one. It was at the time. This might have went up in price, but the thing is, I'm so happy to own it while I still had it to get it kind of cheap at the time. At Woogie Games was still around, of course. You know, who knows how long, but yeah. They're only in different parts of New York, as far as I'm aware, last time I knew. But yeah, I mean, me and some people that I showed it to, and I just had a lot of good memories of it. It was just amazing, you know. It's just, it's pretty cool. You know, it's just, I don't know, something about it, you know, conquered the Dark Ages. That must be the Dark Ages. Wait up LA, and now ancient Rome, tamed the Wild West. So yeah, there's like 4 different places, but I think there's more than that. I can't remember how many levels there really is. Different levels, of course, totally different areas, but yeah. But yeah, overall, just great memories with this game. Any of you that remembers this game back in the day, or remembers it like at least maybe, I don't know, 20 years ago? At least, you know, like, you know, or around 20 something years ago, you know, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I think it's a really good game. In a lot of different cases. Some stuff like the controls and I don't know. It's alright, but and then some stuff may not be all that great about it, but overall I think it was a really good more decent one overall. But yeah. So anyways, that's all for this time. I will make another video at some point soon. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Anyways, yeah.